Hello everybody, my name's Kimberly and this is Off-Road Reactions. Today I'm going to be doing something quite different. Rather than reacting to four-wheel drive videos, I've chosen a different topic. Now, some time ago, around about 2013, if I remember correctly, I went away to UniSA to study Pitantjatjara. And now that I'm getting back into traveling in the Western Deserts, I thought it really is time that I kind of brushed up a little bit. And I was looking around for different things. But of course, I got distracted, and I have a love of music and art, and particularly Indigenous Australian art and music. And I came across this particular video, so I thought I should react to this. I also want to highlight this fabulous band. They really got a tremendous sound, and I'll do another one of their videos as well, just to highlight, how good their sound is. Now, I have been getting back into studying my Pitantjatjara, and I'll show you some resources just in case you want to do the same, and also do a search of the David and I'm College at McGill campus in University of South Australia to see if they're running any summer courses. Now, they have been shut down due to COVID, so maybe they will get back to that soon. So what resources I've got? I've got a verb wheel. This is a very useful tool for understanding verbs. And I've got a handbook for Pitantjatjara language learner called Walpa Warri. I've got, let me put that one down. I've got this Pitantjatjara dictionary. This is a good one. I've got another one, the Pitantjatjara picture dictionary, which has pictures in it. And I have this here, which is includes audio discs. Everyone remember audio discs? I think now it comes as a USB. But this one, Wanka Kulinjaku, speak as to be understood. Okay, so there are a bunch of resources. I'm sure you'll be able to look them up online. If not, see if you can contact UniSA and make find out where you can get hold of them. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go on to this video. It's called Walpa Warri. Some of you might be familiar with this band. They're called the Tjintu Desert Band, and they come from Harts Bluff, which is about 230 kilometers west of Alice Springs. The song is actually in Luritja, and I don't speak Luritja, so the thing is, though, it's a dialect of the family of languages that are the Western Desert languages, Pitantjatjara and Windjara, and others. So they're all kind of related, and I think I'll be able to understand quite a bit of it. We'll see. I'm way out of practice. Anyway, the Tjintu Desert Band used to be called the Sunshine Reggae Band. And if you know Luritja language, then it was not surprising that Tjintu means sunshine. So I guess they're now calling themselves the Sunshine Desert Band. They changed their name when they brought out their album on which this song features, and that album is called Tjamuku Ngura. There's a single of the album also called Tjamuku Ngura. Tjamuku Ngura means grandfather's country. So let's go, shall we? going to stop it there. I'll just drop back just a little bit for when we restart. So what am I hearing so far? Well, the song is called Walpa Warri, which means cold wind. And I can hear that said throughout the song in a number of places already. And also I can hear Walpa Warri Wanjani, which means the cold wind blows. And also Walpa Warri Wanjani Kalkariri Nura. So let's start with that Nura word. So Nura is place, home, country. And I think you can tell by the worn out sign here, which probably said homestead once upon a time, actually is alluding to that fact and sort of pointing to home. So now Kalkariri, I'm going to try and remember the root word of it. It's Kalkara or Kalkarara. I think it's Kalkarara. So can mean forehead, but in this context, it means towards. Isn't it great that the language has a word for forehead and towards? So, forward to home, towards home, something like that. So, Walpa Warri Wanjani Kalkariri Nura, I'm interpreting as the cold wind blows home, blows towards home. Something along those lines. So I guess the cold wind is blowing him home, pointing him home. Anyway. Oh, that's really interesting, that piece, and I may be interpreting this all wrong, but so he walks up to his metal tank in between a couple of red gums and washes his face, and he sees the reflection of this man. Now, the man is wearing a red headband. Now, I could have this wrong, but I seem to recall that red was used by elders, post-colonial times at least anyway, as a as a headdress and as loincloth and so on. So I wonder if this is representing an elder or if it's representing maybe him later on in his life. I'm not sure, but it's spooked him a little anyway. So maybe reminding him to get home. Okay, that's interesting. And maybe just a play on words, kind of oppositions. The word I'm hearing then now is a different word. So they were saying Walpa Warri Wanjani Kalkariri Nura, and what I heard there was reinforced by the support singer. Walpa Warri Wanjani Walkariri. Is it Walkariri? I think so. Walkariri Nura. Now, Walkara is a word that I recall meaning upwind. So I don't know exactly how it's being used here, because if the wind's blowing him home, I don't imagine he'd be going upwind. So I might have a slight misinterpretation of the way that word is used. I should also speak a little bit about the endings. And remember, I'm a long time out of practice, but my recollection of the ri or ari ending on the word takes the adverb from being an adverb to being a verb. So it's kind of like towards becomes, moving towards. Upwind becomes moving upwind. So that kind of use is how I understand the ri ending. So kalkara, kalkarari, adverb to verb. If there are any Luritja speakers or Pitantjatjara speakers who watch this and want to make a comment to help me out, I'm way out of practice, that would be great. Now, I should mention my teacher, Mary Anderson Jarawa, who is these days in a old people's home in Alice Springs. I hope you're doing okay, Mary. I work in aged care, so I know how debilitating dementia can be and how scary it is. So I hope your family are being support for you, Jarawa. And thank you so much for welcoming me at a critical point in my life, but also for teaching me not only Pitantjatjara, one of the languages you speak, but also a little bit of Yunkunjaro. Yes, Walpa Warri is what I'm hearing there. I should look that word up, but I was interpreting it as upwind. I might just have a look and see if I've interpreted that incorrectly. Okay, so the word is walpara, at least in Pitantjatjara. It's an adverb meaning upwind. So it's not walka riri, it's walpa riri, which takes that upwind adverb to being a verb, as I said, is my understanding. So I guess to move upwind. Anyway, it's a different word being used in this part of the song. Oh, that's really interesting. Just the knowing looks, the barman nodding like I expected you in here, handing him the drink, sort of knowingly. This is clearly a message about, maybe this person's own battle with alcohol, or more generally other people's battle with alcohol. Now I'm trying to remember this fellow's name. I believe the fellow in a light shirt I'm talking about is the guitarist from the Tjintu Desert Band. I think his name is Jeffrey. I'll check that in a minute. Anyway, if you have a look as we go on, you'll notice the guitarist at the fireplace has his face covered by a hat. So clearly, so you won't recognize his face. Either he's the same person and there's a bit of CGI going on, or it's someone else standing in for him, and they don't want to ruin the illusion for those who know the band. Interesting. Wow, what a great video, what a great song, and what a great message. Wow. All right, well, that was a lot of fun. And we'll see you next time.